If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or anything gaming related, check the referral links down in the description. They'll take you to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods already, and with the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to episode number 156 of the Career Mode Road to Glory here on FIFA 15. It's time for a cheeky season roundup, obviously at the end of season number 6 now, and our third year in the Barclays Premier League. Obviously season 1, League 2, season 2, League 1, season 3, the Championship, and now 3 seasons in the BPL, finishing 5th, 10th, and subsequently in the 6th season, 7th. So all the numbers so far. But obviously we did have an okay season. I was quite pleased with how things went. Could have obviously gone slightly better if we'd have been able to sneak into 6th position. We still don't know whether we'll be in Europe for next year or not. But one thing I do know, and unfortunately some sad news to bring to you, is the fact that Nicholas Spauller is finally able to force his way out of the club. He came to me on the 24th, saying, I've given it my best shot, boss, but I don't like it here and I want to leave. I know you'll be annoyed, which I am, but that can't be helped. I want to go somewhere I feel more suited to. I hope you won't stand in my way. I've spoken to my agent. He says it might take a while. He's still committed to me and the team whilst he's still here, though, which is okay, I suppose. So he'll continue to hopefully not give me any bother. But then the board came to me 3 days later saying that they want me to put him on the transfer list, and they want me to sell him on. They've decided to cash in. So he previously, when he said he wanted to go, they said that I was able to make the decision for myself as to whether I wanted to keep him or sell him. But now they've told me that they want me to transfer list him. So we've already decided that we're going to get rid of Jenkins Chikawi this or the upcoming window, and it is going to happen. We're going to have to get rid of Nicholas Spauller as well. So unfortunately, we start the season roundup with some news about next season that isn't necessarily the best, but we'll push on. Obviously, the roundups continues, and unfortunately for us, outside the European spots. But Chelsea won the league by 7 points. Arsenal, Manchester United, and Liverpool in the other Champions League spots. Spurs in 5th. Still not sure whether 6th or 7th will be extra European spots. Cardiff, Nottingham Forest, and Derby both went down. We'll see who won the FA Cup. It was Chelsea and Arsenal were in the final as well, so theoretically an extra European spot should have opened up there. So that might be Everton into the Europa League. In the Capital One Cup, when it eventually changes page for me, we will be able to see that Arsenal and Manchester United were involved there, so that should be another theoretically place opened up in Europe. So maybe through a league finish of 7th, we might find ourselves qualifying for the Europa League next season. Bayern Munich won the European Super Cup with a 2-0 victory over Sevilla. I have tried to continue here, and obviously time again, almost every single season we try and do a season roundup. It freezes on me going from the Copa Europe to the European competitions. So I may have to cut and come back, or if it's going to work sooner rather than later, we can continue. We can continue, good. Real Madrid win the Champions League with a 1-0 win over Juventus. Very slim margin of victory. And obviously Juventus losing finalists this year in real life to Spanish opposition, although it was Barcelona, not Real Madrid. And I've advanced again, and we'll take our time to find out whether it'll actually change pace for me. Sevilla obviously won the Europa League last year, and this year because they were involved in the European Super Cup, and they got to the semi-finals of the Champions League this year, which is further than the champions last year, Bayern Munich. They only got to the round of 16, losing 4-2 to eventual final losers Juventus, but it does appear to have frozen on me now, so I will cut when I can come back to the Europa League. Alright, well I didn't actually have to cut, it just took like 3 minutes to change page from Champions League to Europa League, which baffles me. But anyway, Liverpool lose the final in the Champions League after beating us in the semi-final, and it's actually Genoa that win the Europa League 5-4 on penalties. I would have expected Genoa to have been knocked out by Lazio, to be honest, and Lazio were 1-0 up from that opening leg, but Genoa must have won the away leg 2-1 to go through on away goals, and then, as you can see, they beat Liverpool 5-4 on penalties, also having a 2-2 scoreline. Not too sure how well we would have gotten on in that particular competition, in that particular game, had we been able to get through against Liverpool. But the Euro 2020 tournament is underway. Northern Ireland currently sit top of the group with England in Group A, with France there in 3rd and Turkey in 4th. I'm not sure who's played who to this point, but obviously Northern Ireland will have beaten either France or England, because England or France, you presume their one win has come either against each other or against Turkey. So
It's a tight one there in Group A. B, Germany are top, Slovenia second, and then Hungary and Scotland unfortunately have lost both of their games. We'll just to quickly skip through this. Portugal, Spain, wow, tough group. Portugal, Spain, Romania and Northern Ireland, 6-3-3-0. Italy are top after one game. Obviously the first half of the draw, or first half of the tournament plays before the second half of the tournament. Group D, only one game played. Italy, Netherlands, Switzerland and Wales. That also is a tough group. And apparently only, of course there's only 4 groups. I'm thinking of a World Cup where there's 8 groups. But yeah, one group still left to play their second match. So could go either way for any of the sides in that competition. But we'll have a quick look at the other big... Actually, no, let's have a look at the domestic football initially. And we'll have a look and see who was the top goal scorer in the league. And it was Danny Welbeck at Arsenal with 20. Nasser Chadli and Christian Eriksen come second and third. Our very own Takalo Ranti comes joint third with Quaker or Quirk, I don't know how to pronounce that to be honest, and Christian Eriksen on 15. Then it's Benteke of Spurs as well. They scored a lot of goals, Tottenham. Our very own Strahl Georgiev finished 12th on 11th on 11 goals, or joint 11th with Jordan Henderson. Do you have anyone else in there? Kwesi Appiah, since coming in January, has scored 9 goals in the league, so GG to him. He's done very well since coming back in. Unfortunately, Callum Wilson isn't on that list, but obviously he missed 7 months with injury, so can't really complain too much about that. Loads of people on 7 assists, loads of people on 6 as well. Cavani, Ramirez, Welbeck, Cabela, Kasami and Ross Barkley all finished on 7 assists. I'm not going to count the 6s, but our very own Akwadar and Georgiev finished on 6 assists for the season. Anyone else in there? Takelo Ranti got 5, and that's it for us. Clean sheets, was our goalkeeper anywhere near there? Marcus Hutchinson got 7 clean sheets this season and came 13th. And we didn't actually suffer that bad with yellow cards or red cards this season at all. We barely had any problems disciplinary wise this season, so pleased with how things went for us this year domestically. I did back out of that. We'll have a quick look at the other European leagues around the country, GG Chess. European big leagues to see who's going to be in what European competition next year if we're involved, of course. Coming up from the league below though is Sunderland. They won the league by 13 points. Wow. 103 points for Sunderland. They've really romped to victory there. Reading comes second, then either or one of Swansea, Leeds, QPR or Bolton will be joining us. Peterborough win League 1. Coventry coming up, and out of curiosity, Cambridge, I presume they're near the bottom of League 2. They're not. Where are Cambridge? That's a good point. Why can't I see Cambridge United? Are they in League 1? Surely they're not in League 1. Oh, dickhead says! We are Cambridge. I've just, you'll have to forgive me. I've just recorded an episode of the Chelsea career mode, and my brain just blanked, completely blanked, thinking, "Oh, I'm Chelsea. I'll go see how Cambridge got on." And it took me a good 30 seconds there to figure out actually. You're on the Cambridge save now, says you are Cambridge, you're in the Premier League. PSG won Liga, and Marseille comes second, Lyon third and Saint-Etienne fourth. In Germany, no surprises with the league winners, although, not really any surprise with the Wolfsburg comes second actually. Dortmund third and Hoffenheim fourth and Hanover fifth, so that is actually a bit of a surprise. Leverkusen and Schalke down in 6th and 7th. Italy, Juventus win the Scudetto again. AC Milan and Inter Milan finish 2nd and 3rd with Roma 4th. And we'll have a quick look at Spain as well. I can't believe my brain just completely blanked there, and I was genuinely looking for Cambridge in the bottom league. I completely failed. Barcelona win, wow, by goal difference, or head-to-head, obviously, as it's done in Spain, ahead of Sevilla. Knocked out in the Champions League semi-finals, 2nd in the league on head-to-head alone. Real Madrid come 3rd and Atleti 4th, Valencia down in 5th. So no real surprises with the league winners across all of Europe, really, to be completely honest. And we will end with a squad report. Obviously, we have advanced another month since the squad report we did on Monday. So there have been more changes, as you can see. Marcus Hutchinson has gone up one since then. And his reflexes have gone up as well. I was hoping that was going to start to go up because that was the only one of his goalkeeping stats that wasn't green. But he's now 76 rated. 12 clean sheets in 56 games for him. Marco Polenz has gone up one again to 74. He's really, really progressing quite nicely. We will have a look at free agents as well next year because there is occasionally a gem like this guy that pops up. John Stones has gone up one to 82. That's fantastic. He's had a really solid season for us. Paul Downing is up 2 to 79, hoping that we might be able to squeeze him up to 80 rated next season, although obviously his place in the starting lineup will be under threat with Matteo Masaccio coming in from Villarreal. Aaron Cresswell has done very well for us this year, and his stats have actually grown, although he hasn't gone up overall. I'm not planning on getting a replacement left back for him just yet. We'll have to wait and see what money we have left over. Jenkins Chikawee will be getting sold. We'll try and maximise the amount of money we can get for him next window. Johannes Geis hasn't grown at all this year in any stat, despite playing 34 games, scoring 3 goals and getting 2 assists. I've been very pleased with him, and he's very happy at the club, as you can see. But no growth from him, which is unexpected, to be honest. I'm hoping that next season he may actually start to grow. I may have to do the short-term loan glitch with him to try and accelerate his growth. Juan Andrés Aguilar has continued to grow this year, +2 again, up to 73 rated now. 4 goals and 9 assists for him this season. He's been very good for me. Nicholas Spaller is homesick. He's actually gone up 1 again now to 83 since Monday. And of course he wants to leave. I'm going to try and maximise every last single penny I can get out of this deal. So devastated that he wants to go. I'm hoping that it will glitch out, and as we go from season to season, he'll be like, "Boss, I want to stay." But I really don't think that's going to happen, unfortunately. 3 goals and 4 assists for him, which is actually not that much, but he's been an extremely good player for us since we brought him in. 20 years of age, 83 rated. The sky's the limit for him. Unfortunately, he's not going to reach his true potential at our club. Takelo Ranti, I've thought about selling him on last year, or mentioned that I was thinking that this would be his last year at the club, and then he went and scored 25 goals in 35 games for me and picked up 10 assists. So I really don't know what to do with Ranti. He's 29 years old, but his physical stats are still decent and could probably take the hit from them going down slightly, and he'd still be very good, and his technicals are still going up, so he's probably going to stay. Georgiev is unhappy, feels he's underpaid. I will give him a bit of a contract boost if I can. I think I've still got some money left from giving... I gave Jenkins Chikawee a massive contract because he's on 140 grand a week now, just to try and transfer the budget over from this season to next so that we don't lose out on any money. But yeah, Stroil Georgiev is up 4 to 77, and he scored 30 goals in 39 games in all competitions. So many in Europe, look, 13 in 14, plus 7 assists in Europe, 15 in total for this season. I don't even know what word I was going for there. Just a fantastic season for him. Obviously, Alvaro Vidal came in on a free. He wanted to play more often than he has done, and with the departure of Jenkins Chikawee, he may see more first team football next year if we can't bring in another replacement. So he might be my first team right mid next year, and hopefully he could start to grow. Andy Keller is my rotation left back at the minute. He's still quite happy at the club because his contract is obviously for squad rotation, so don't have to worry about playing him week in, week out. He'll be a good squad player again next season. Fisayo Adarabioyo has actually grown really well this year as well, up 4 ratings to 75. So I can even use him at right wing as well. As you can see, he can play at right mid. And he's got really good pace. If his crossing got up a little bit more, then I probably could use him out wide. And he's got short passing of 87 though, so he is a very good player actually. Jack Grealish is unhappy, not played too many games this season, but that was due to the form of Nicholas Spaller, or due to the ability of Nicholas Spaller. But he's actually come to me and said he wants to leave, but I'm going to try him as my first team left mid next season. We'll see how we get on, and may look for someone with a little bit more pace to play more in the counter-attack next year. We may look to... Well, I won't move him on. I don't want to move him on unless he really forces his way out, but if I can keep him, I will. Kwesi scored 9 goals in 11 games since coming back from Nancy. We swapped him for Casada, so delighted with that. Really pleased with Kwesi, and he's actually continued to grow as well. Still only 70 rated overall, though. And Zuzi Toko is a player that I don't know what to do with. I could keep him, I could sell him on. I'm tempted to keep him and sell Gruezo, who is a player we'll get to in a moment. Tievi Walongwa has grown 3 to 71. Good growth from him. He'll continue to be a squad player. Isaac Golda Gomez is on loan, and he will go back. Got 4.4, wow, in the game, but I think he got injured in the game that he played in, so fair play to him. Stefano Gabbiadini is disappointed with his level of first team football, as you can understand, and I may look to move him on, considering we have the 86 rated Hark coming in next season. Anton Bridge is happy, he's growing quite well. He's been loan listed, but nobody wants him, but his physical stats are disgraceful, so I may have to sell him to just get him out of the squad, really. Andrew Mauer has been played 1 game, and I needed a sub-goalkeeper. He has been said sub-goalkeeper, but I'll probably look to sell him on. Roberto Damian is a player we've brought in from the youth system. Unfortunately, his physical stats are pretty bad. Can he play in any other positions? He can play in a variety of different positions. I would probably choose to play him then at centre mid out of all of those, because he doesn't have the pace to really be a winger. Although if I send him out on loan, maybe he can grow physically, But good ball control, good short passing, good dribbling for him. Jaden Clark is a centre mid we've brought up. He obviously, 78 stand tackle is decent in that holding role. Again, I'll send him out on loan. Hopefully he can grow physically and technically as well. George Murphy looks very promising. I've not played him. Obviously, he's only been in the squad for about a month or so since I called him up. And already his stats have gone up. Actually, stand tackle has gone up +1 since Monday. It was 88. It's now 89. And it hasn't actually said +1 there, but he will go out on loan and hopefully can grow into one hell of a player. Ivan Santillan, his contract runs out, not renewing it. He's finished, he's gone. Dom Solanke actually did very well when he came in on loan. 5 goals in 8 games. Pleased with that. And he's grown quite nicely in the short term that he's been here. So well done, Dom. We might look to bring him in on a permanent, perhaps, as a potential squad player, although I should probably be looking for someone that's rated a little bit higher than 70. Carlos Guerrezo's barely played for me this year. It feels like he's barely played for me. He's transfer listed. He's not that good, and I will move him on and keep Nzuzi Toko, I think. Hector Bellerin, he's unhappy at the amount of first-team football he's been getting, but that's been because of the superb form of Poulens, who's been growing very nicely as well. Hector Bellerin, I'll probably keep him if I can, just for that rotation spot. If not, we'll sell him on and we'll replace him. Fiola wants to leave. He can go. I'm quite happy to let him go. His stats are going to start to drop now because he's 30 years of age. Callum Wilson, his technical stats dropped, but obviously it's because he was out for 7 months with a torn ACL. So he will be in my first team again next season. 7 goals in 12 games that he played for us this season, and really pleased that he's actually back fit now because we can start to use him again. James Gillett has started to grow quite nicely, and he'll go out on loan again next year. Same with Jorge Zenho, he will go back out on loan next year as well. Hopefully to someone other than Spurs, we can actually get more first team football. Not sure whether Gillett actually played. Obviously, Leeds are in League One, not League One, in the Championship, so I can't see how many league games he played, but he didn't play in the Cup for them. And no real surprise that a 65 rated player didn't play for Spurs. Not really too sure why they wanted him in the first place, but the squad looks good. The squad looks decent, and we've got plenty of players to move on, hoping for a decent budget. And then obviously, when we sell on Jenkins Chikowi, and well, I'm going to have to transfer list Nicholas Spoiler, aren't I, unfortunately, because he wants to go. And have I transferred? I've transfer listed Gruezo, Moa and Santillan, even though Santillan's contract expires, and we're going to have to, or we want to transfer list Jenkins Chikowi as well, not add to loan list. There's the top one, there we go. So we'll move them on. Obviously the money that we can raise from all of these deals, plus the wage budget as well, crucially from Chikowi, will go in very nicely to improving the squad, and we're already getting an 84 rated centre back and an 86 rated centre mid for free when we start the next season. So looking forward to season number 7. Hopefully it can be another successful one for us. We'll find out in the next episode when I actually get into the next season and do the transfer targets video, whether we've actually been drawn in the European competition or not from our 7th place finish, thanks to any free or any extra Euro spots that have been opened up from other teams winning certain domestic competitions. We will find out in due course. But this video has been going on for far too long now. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Of course, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next